I'm going to show you how to test the battery voltage on the base plate of your battery. Let's go. Alright, so the good news here is that this is actually really easy to do. There's just a couple basic precautions and just steps that go into it that help you to make sure that you're doing it safely. I've got 3 different types of batteries here. They all work off the same principles as far as checking this voltage. There's just a couple of small little nuances that go into testing each different type. So I'll just go through them individually and try to make it as simple as possible. Alright, so while this is a pretty simple procedure, there's just some basic steps that you want to take, well, for safety's sake. As much as you can, just try to make sure your workspace is clear. That's because you are working with electricity, so you just don't want anything that's going to touch your probes while they're in the terminals. And remember to always wear your personal protective equipment. Alright, the only tool you're actually going to need to do this is the multimeter. A lot of multimeters, even less expensive ones like this one, are auto-ranging. If yours is not auto-ranging, you're just going to want to set it so that you can get 2 digits before the decimal points, because the battery voltage that we're looking for is going to be somewhere between 45 to 55 voltage ideally. We're just going to go ahead and get the multimeter set up and ready to go, and then we're going to be identifying the parts of the base plate that we're going to be probing. Alright, so what we have set up first here is an internal 20 amp hour battery. The internal style battery is going to be one of the more common batteries amongst the current Rambo lineup. On the base plate here, we have 2 rows of female terminals here, and you're going to be able to identify the polarity by the common marking, so a plus or cross sign down here and a negative or dash sign up here. That's going to indicate to you that these terminals down here are your positive terminals and these terminals up here are your negative terminals. And it doesn't really matter which one you probe, you just need to make sure that your positive probe is in the positive terminal, your negative probe is in the negative terminal. So with the auto ranging set on our multimeter, we're just going to go ahead and insert the positive terminal accordingly and the negative terminal, and right there we're reading about 52.9 volts. That's a fully charged battery. Now, this battery is a top mount configuration battery. These were a lot more common as the primary battery on older bikes, but the configuration is going to be consistent with what you'll have if you choose to install a dual battery kit. And as you can see, the pin layout on this battery is just a little bit different, but fortunately we still have some pretty clear indicators as to our positive and negative terminals. I'm going to go ahead and show you that next. Now here again we have marked our positive and negative terminals here, and this configuration of battery, I really encourage you only to probe your positive and negative terminals for the most accurate possible reading. Our positive here, negative there. And with the positive and negative terminals being probed, we see that we have 54.76 volts in this battery, and another fully charged battery. Now, one important thing to note when you're going to test a top mount battery is that if you're probing it and you get no voltage, it's probably because the battery is not turned on. On these top mount batteries, you're most likely going to have a switch right here. So you'll want the battery to be turned on before you test it, otherwise you will not get any voltage reading. Now, this last battery we're going to test is actually from one of our kids' bikes. However, the important part about this battery is the plug, which is one that you will find on a few of the older full-size models. So as you can see here, this battery's connection type is actually a little bit more akin to a plug receptacle rather than types of blade style base plates that we looked at before. You can still see we have our negative terminal and our positive terminal right here. Alright, so as we're probing this set of terminals, we're going to want to be cautious just because of the dimensions of this plug, really how close those positive and negative terminals are together. We're just going to want to use a little bit of caution and take this carefully because, again, we are working with electricity, but this is still a fairly simple operation once you get down to it. You'll just take your positive terminal here, your negative terminal here, and test. And here on this battery, we have 29.10 volts. Now, because this battery comes from a kid's bike, it is intended to have a little bit lower voltage, but other batteries in that 40 to 50 volt range do have these plugs. And there you go. That's how you voltage test the base plate on your e-bike battery. It's a pretty simple process, but it's a really important primary troubleshooting step for a lot of issues that you may be facing with your e-bike.